Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be looking at Gizmek, another fun, interesting deck in Common Cherry that is made possible by OTS releases. This deck has actually been playable and workable for a very, very long time. It's been workable for around, I'd say 6 months, but unfortunately, no one's really tested with it. So I thought, hey, might as well take the liberty of playing this deck and seeing how it does. Um, so let's just get into the card by card. For hand traps, we have 2D Crow and 3 Effect Veiler. These are both the only two good hand traps that have equal stat lines. Effect Veiler is 0/0 and Crow is 100/100. So you can search them with Gizmek Makami. Essentially, what these two we know what Crow and Veiler do, but the reason we're playing them in this deck is because of Gizmek Makami. For the Gizmex, we are playing two Howlbringer Hog, 3 Inba Hopping Hare, 3 Makami Ferocious Fanged, 3 Naganaki the Sunrise Signaler, 3 Orochi the Serpentine Sky Slasher, 3 Tanigiku the Immobile Intellect, and 2 Festive Fox of a word that is truly unpronounceable. I'll just go over them real quick. Hellbringer Hog essentially is a water. So hold up, give me 1 second. We're gonna do a little mid game list edits. Hellbringer Hog is a water, so he can proc the second effect of Dweller. But also he is just a regular level 4 extender. If you control a machine monster whose attack equals defense, you summon this guy from hand, which is a very good effect. It allows you to do and make some plays that you wouldn't otherwise be able to make. It's a basic extender. And you can also you can banish this card from grave, target a machine monster whose attack equals its own defense, bin a machine monster, and then the targeted monster gains attack. So essentially what you do with this is you go Howlbringer Hog, you banish, and then you bin Orochi, make a guy gain 800 attack, and then you activate Orochi to banish 8 cards, summon it, and then that's a pop on your opponent's turn. And it also kind of sets up to make you live very long. Orochi is the boss monster of this deck, so it's important to kind of have him available at all times. And Howlbringer Hog does do that. Gizmek Imp, the Hopping Hare of Hakuto. When this card is normal summoned, you can special a machine, a Gizmek stat from hand in defense mode, and then you banish this from grave, target a machine monster whose attack equals its own defense. Give it the attack of all Gizmek stats, but it can't attack. It can't attack except with that monster. So essentially, what you can do is if you have a bunch of Orochi, if you have like a bunch of guys on field, you can target an Orochi, make it massive, and then you can just hit in. We're also playing 3 Gizmek Makami, the Ferocious Fanged Fortress. Essentially, that's also not a fortress in the art. This is just a wolf, but either way. 6 or more of your cards are banished. You can normal summon this card without tributing, and then once per turn, if this is normal specials, you can pitch one and then search any of the hand traps. This card is quite good. Essentially, yes, once per turn, you can pitch one if this is special summoned or normal summoned. The issue is that if this card is in the monster zone or destroyed, you can shuffle 6 of banished cards into the deck. Decent, not great. But it does add some disruption to your deck, which is needed. 3 Nagaki, you can essentially tribute a Gizmek and then summon a guy from deck who has Gizmek stats but lower. So this means we can go something like, if we have Orochi on field, we can tribute the Orochi, summon the Ferocious Fang, and then Fang, pitch one, search a piece of disruption. Quite good. And then when it's sent to the grave, yes, when this, yes, you can you banish this from grave and then add a banished face down machine monster whose attack equals its own defense. So that works with the next card, Orochi. Orochi can banish cards face down from the grave to summon it. And essentially all these cards work in, at least these two work in ways to prevent you from just decking yourself out or completely running out of resources from Orochi. Orochi can banish 8 can banish 8 cards from top of the deck, special summon this, and then you can banish 3 cards from the extra face down, and then pop a monster on the field. So what this works as is you can kind of just banish cards from the field and live through pretty much any turn, especially if you're searching disruption, things like Valor, and then next turn you can break the board. 3 immovable intellect when this is normal special summoned. You can stack any Gizmek on top of deck, and then banish this from grave. Target a machine monster in grave, whose attack equals its own defense, and the special summon it. So this is another very good card. You can dump this off of a Gizmek or off of Hailbringer Hog to revive any Gizmek from grave. So you can again revive Fortress to add a spell trap. You can just dump. You can revive Serpentrion if you don't have enough cards in deck or something. Gizmek Uka, the Festive Fox. If a monster is special summoned from the main deck, you can summon this card from your hand, and then you can target a monster your opponent controls, and then summon a monster from your hand or deck with whose attack equals its defense. So a lot of people, or some people, were theorizing in a format a very, very long time ago that you can use this to target Hulk and summon a barrier statue. But honestly, you can maybe put that stuff like that in the sideboard. But honestly, I'd prefer if we could just summon this and then use that to pick up like Fortress and then pitch Fortress to search a hand trap, right? And to just search some disruption out. This is our main form of gaining disruption. So Uka can help with that, and also it lets you live longer. 3 limiter removal. This is just good for the deck. You can set up OTKs with this. Very, very powerful tool to hit lethal and also hit over large threats. Our highest attack is 2450. 3 machine dupe. Essentially, this is for summoning Nagakis or summoning hairs. You can summon intellects, or just with 500 less attack. So essentially, you can summon Inba. You can summon who else? I think it's just Inba, but Inba's good enough. Just being able to summon 3 of this to make Xyz plays, or to just make some plays with the Gizmek stuff. We're also on 3 Extrav. Extrav is very good in this deck because you don't use your extra deck very often. Orochi banishes more cards than Extrav, or well, not like more cards on top of Extrav, so we're not hitting the extra deck a lot. 3 Heavy Storm Duster, good in this format, very good in this meta versus Trap Tricks. 3 Teekboo, all these guys are different attributes, so might as well play Teekboo. For the extra deck, we're playing 3 Dweller, 2 Fuckoth, 2 Recital Starling, 2 Onibimaru, 3 Redoer, and 3 Borload. None of these guys are going into very often. You'd have to draw like 2 Arakami to make Dweller. You'd have to draw like multiple copies of the only one. I think Recital Starling is one you might go into a lot. We are playing DD Crow to search, and then a Hopping Hair plus like a Machine Dupe. You might want to go into this to like pick up like a DD Crow for extra disruption, and then sometimes we can go Borload pass, right? Sometimes we can just go Borload to hit for lethal damage or get around some threats. That's going to be it for Gizmek. If there's any other deck you want me to go over, make sure to put them in the comments, and I will see you